Hey y'all, it's Caitlyn, and if you haven't been checking out my Instagram, this is new for you. There is going to be some videos with me with my hair still long, because I haven't gotten around to editing them. So if you see those videos and you see this one, and you're like, what the F, that's it. So, but anyway, so last weekend, to me, 2 weekends ago for you guys, I think, if I'm thinking of the way I want to post this. I was vending at my first con, or my first time vending at a con. I've been to cons before, but it was a lot of fun. It was Nerds Assemble Con in Paragould, Arkansas, which is about a 30-minute drive from me, and it was put on by my local comic shop here in Jonesboro, and hopefully next year they're actually going to have it in Jonesboro. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. It really was. And to anyone, I told a few people this already, that all the pops I had left after the convention, I was going to do a whatnot auction for them. Well, I can't really do that because all the pops except for the grails kind of sold. So I still have the $50 and up ones, but I kind of want to sell those individually to get as much money as I can out of them. But regardless, anyway, talking about whatnot though, before we get into the haul for the con, because I did buy stuff of course too, I do want to show this off because I don't have any other videos I'm planning on filming soon, so I'm just going to go ahead and show this off. I can't remember, I forgot to look it up. I was going to look it up who I bought this from off whatnot. I will put their name here on the screen. But I bought the Falcon Summoner from Power Rangers Wild Force for 15 bucks, which is an awesome score. It does not work. I did try to put the batteries in it. It does not work. And it's missing the crystals, which, unless you buy it in box, it's almost always going to be missing. It's almost always going to be missing the crystals. But yeah, it's absolutely awesome looking. The paint is really good on it. Oh, I mean, it's an awesome. It's awesome. For 15 bucks, heck yes. So, I do have that. I have no idea where I'm going to put it yet. I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to like hang it off of somewhere, so, because it's nowhere close to fitting on my Power Ranger shelf. But anyway, I did buy that off whatnot, but everything else here I got at the con, so let me go ahead and get started on that. So the first thing I grabbed was actually this. So it was Snake Mountain blind bag. And I also forgot to bring those down here. I'll put pictures. So, a little over a year ago, Tylock, Homespun Geek, got the Castle Grayskull version of these. And these are just little blind bag toys that Mattel put out a few years ago. But he got the Castle Grayskull one, which is Series 1, I guess. And I was like, can you send me the packaging? Because this was it was Castle Grayskull. Just a plastic Grayskull castle. I'm like, can you send them to me and so I can like repaint them? And he was like, yeah. So I painted one for me and one for him, and this is what it turned out like, and I loved it. And then I found out that there were Snake Mountain ones, so I went on Macari and found a lot of 6, and I did the same thing. I repainted them, make it look like this, and I sent one to Tylock, kept one, and then I sold the rest of them. And so I keep looking for these now. I keep looking for these because it was such an easy and satisfying custom to do, and I loved this so much. So I saw this for $2, so I snapped it. It's already opened. I don't really care about that. It broke it. It's Faker. I don't really care about that. In fact, I'll probably do this again to sell it, so I have to get that tag off. But regardless, whoever probably buys the Snake Mountain, I'll throw this in. So that's the thing. But yeah, I just really wanted to paint it again because God, it's so fun. But yeah, so here is, I thought there was more than that. I guess not. So, but here's the figures that could have come with it. I imagine Faker here was probably a double off of the woman selling it. So that's really awesome. I will keep this together I'll have to take it out to paint it, and that's what Faker looks like. I'm going to keep it in the package. And I'm going to have to do something about that hinge because it coming out, but I don't care. Oh my god, I'm so glad I found one of these. Was I opening it from the wrong side? That's a possibility. But I think I was. That's why it kept coming open. Another thing I got was this. So this was from Mr. Bill, and I've talked about Mr. Bill before. Mr. Bill is a local comic. He's not a shop owner. He's just a salesman, pretty much. He's from Paragould, Arkansas, but he goes all over northeast Arkansas and southeast Missouri. In fact, he is putting on the Southeast Missouri Con, which is awesome. It's going to be taking place mid-September, I believe, for anyone interested in going. I probably won't. But he's an awesome dude. And he's got tons of comics. But I didn't really want to go through his entire stash because I didn't want to leave my mom at the booth for very long. She was helping me vend, and I just kept walking away in like little short intervals to look at everything else. But I did see this. So this is Earth 2, the Bombshell variant cover with Hot Girl, of course. And you can see here it was $6. So this was actually the initial artwork for Hot Girl. They actually used Kendra Saunders. Like, obviously not this particular cover, but like just the artwork itself, because that's where the Bombshell started from. It was just artwork. But the creator, Aunt Lucia, I believe is I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but that's how it's spelled, I believe. He actually did Kendra Saunders first. Somewhere along the line it changed to Shire Hall. Do I have any of my Bombshells? Yes. Somewhere along the line it's changed to Shire Hall. So, and you can always tell the difference because Shire has red hair and Kendra usually has at least dark hair. In the more modern day stuff, they put her with darker skin before. Like, here's another Kendra Saunders. And perfect shirt. James actually bought this for me. But you can see, older stuff, she's usually white. Modern stuff, she's a person of color. But somewhere along the line, they switched from Kendra to Shira, which, thank God. I love Kendra, don't get me wrong. She's an awesome character. I absolutely was heartbroken when they took her out of DC Legends of Tomorrow after the first season. But my favorite is always going to be Shire Hall. Always. She was Justice League animated series. That's where I started falling in love with her. So she's always going to be my favorite. But I had to get this one with Kendra on it. One, because I don't have anything with Kendra in this artwork with the Bombshell. Because, again, they switched everything to Shira. So this was one of the few things that made it to market with Kendra as Hot Girl. So it's gorgeous. Absolutely love it. So I had to get it. So definitely a score there for me because I'm a Bombshell fanatic. And now the same woman, the woman who was selling this, it's a family. So it's a mother, her daughter, and her son-in-law. And they've done vending events outside of the comic shop, which I've done that before too. It's more like a swap meet, if anything, or a flea market kind of vibe, instead of a con. But they were all there selling their stuff again. And the woman, oh my god, the older woman is so freaking nice. And again, I'm saying she looks exactly like Brandy's mom. It's crazy how much she looks like Ma Lane. Thank God her daughter doesn't look anything like Brandy. But she had a big freaking bag of Power Ranger toys for $25. And you can see this is probably stuff that she's had on the tables before because every individual bag has its individual price tag. And I saw this when I initially walked around before the con started. Picked it up, looked at it, put it down. I was like, I'll probably come back for this. I didn't say it to her, but I'm like thinking in my head, I'm gonna come back for this. So about 2-3 hours into the con, I got up again and started walking around, and it was still there. And she said, just give me 20 for it. I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. So this is the same woman who gave me a good deal on the Power Ranger cards and the Power Ranger figures that I bought, a few months back. If you guys watched that video, I basically paid $50 for everything, so I got the figures free. I just had to pay for the sealed box of Power Ranger cards. So she's awesome. So let's go ahead and look through. I'll be honest, the main thing I saw was this. Now, last week, again, if I'm posting this the way I think I did, last week's video should have been a Ranger haul, where I show off my Red Ranger and my Black Ranger. I have gotten a Blue Ranger since then, so that video is going to be coming eventually whenever I get it edited. But I do have a Blue Ranger now, 8-inch, and I did show off my movie version of the Yellow Ranger, and I said at the end of that video, like, if I can't find another yellow one, that's fine. But there was actually 2 vendors selling this particular figure, but of course I got the bundle deal. So this was originally she priced this one at $6, and this is the action feature one with Trini. So, and it might not even be Trini, it might still be Aisha, but okay, apparently you can't bring her arm down because that's her action feature. She does like a karate chop, so that's kind of cool. So she is missing her weapon again. That's usually common with this, but the sticker is in amazing condition. So these fingers aren't articulated like all the others because again it's supposed to be made for this motion, but the fingers on this one are articulated with the pointer finger being individually articulated again, which is still a little bit weird, but they do something that they did. So this is probably 94. Yep, 94. I think the action feature ones came out a year later. So I'm calling it Trini, even if it is supposed to be Aisha. I'm definitely calling it Trini, and at least until I get like the standardized one. But this is freaking phenomenal. So another 8-inch to add to my collection. Between Whatnot, with Whatnot, that collection is very slowly growing. Not really slow, honestly. I need to stop. I need to take Whatnot off my phone for like a few weeks. But it's really cool. But yes, I absolutely love this. Again, not too many scuffs. You can see a few on the chest, but this printing, is it a printing or a sticker? It's printing. The printing of the saber-tooth tiger is perfect. There is a little splotch on the back of her head right here, but who cares? Absolutely love that. Okay, next we're just gonna go through the entire bag. So anyone who wants to skip to the signatures part, go ahead, but we're sitting here and talking about Power Rangers for a little bit. So she put these as 6 as well, and these are so cute. She has all these stapled here. So this is Lightspeed Rescue cake toppers, which is so cool. So they're Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, so they came out 2000, yep, because it was 2 years before Wild Force. I know Wild Force is 2002 and Mighty Morphin is 93, so I can usually do math between those two. So here is the Green Ranger, who's my favorite of the Lightspeed Rescue. So this is Joel. So cool. The pose is a little bit weird, but he's there. So here's Kelsey. Did Kelsey have a skirt? Did I draw a skirt on that one? I actually did. This was long before I started my channel, but I actually did a custom of the yellow Lightspeed Rescue Ranger. So Kelsey. Here, this was a Red Hood figure by Kid Robot initially. But yeah, there's Kelsey. And we have Carter. Of course, big strong pose right there. We have Dana, Pink Ranger, and then Chad? I think it's Chad. Okay, so the Blue Rangers for Lightspeed Rescue and Lost Galaxy. Their names are Kai and Chad, but I always get them confused. I'm pretty sure this is Chad though. I'm pretty sure because Kai and Kendricks. Kai and Kendricks worked in the thing, so yeah, this is Chad. To get it right in my head. It's been a while since I watched Lightspeed, okay? But in fact, I think there's actually a Kai in here too, though. But these are so cute. For some reason, I'm really loving the little stagnant figures lately. So these are perfect. They're never seeing a cake again. So I love that. And some of these I will probably get rid of. I might even get rid of those eventually, but not yet. So this is again 6. So this is actually, and the only reason I know this is because of the Whatnot stuff that I've been watching lately. This is actually a McDonald's toy that came out around the time of the original movie. So they made one of each of the 6 Rangers, they made a little articular figure. So here's Kimberly. And this is definitely movie version Kimberly, because the suits had a different look to them. Almost looked more like armor than spandex. But here is Kimberly. Absolutely cool. And then here is her Crane Zord. So it's like almost like a little chibi version of their Ninja Zords. And again, they made one for each of them. So really cool. There's enough room in there for her to sit down. So this is really cool. I would like to have all of these eventually, but this and the Trini, the Yellow Ranger, was what really made me buy this. So, and the rest of it is just a bonus. So absolutely cool. So this, I honestly have no idea what they're supposed to be. Yeah, she didn't really know either. She just said rings. So I'm guessing that these came off of the cupcake. That would be my best guess. And let me just go ahead and open these with scissors, because let's have a lot of staples on this one. But you know how like you get them like at a grocery store and they'll have like little rings in the cupcakes for kids? I think that's what this is. So we have a really janky Black Ranger. Image is a little bit chewed up on the side. And then we have a red Ninja Storm Ranger, rest in peace. So that's cool. And then we have a little bitty Jason and a little bitty Billy in this. So definitely didn't come with those, I don't think. But there's Jason. And there's a little bitty Billy. So I may get rid of those at some point. I know I said I was really liking the little stagnant figures, but these might be a little bit too little. Put them up for a little nothing somewhere. Okay, here's the Kai. I knew I had one, so let me just keep doing the scissors. So this was listed at 3. The rings was 1. I'm not keeping track in my head, but maybe you guys are. But here is Lost Galaxy Blue. Again, I believe it's Kai. So his front is a little bit more chewed up. You can tell he hasn't been messed around with in a long time. So his joints are okay. His joints are stiff, so that's good. Stiff enough that you can still, pose them without them flopping around. So that's always a good thing when it comes to older figures. But here is Kai. Lost Galaxy Blue. All these that I don't want, I'll probably just put them on a lot on Macari or something. So, and here's another one that's probably going to join them. So here is a large Lightspeed Rescue. So here's Carter. Carter, red Lost Gal or Lightspeed Rescue Ranger. Again, pretty good on the joint. Oh, why did they make it so the arms pop off like that? It's weird. They didn't want to spring for another joint, so they just made the arms removable. But regardless, the legs are still good enough that you can pose them around, so are the arms. Again, just the front is a little bit chewed up, but from, just being played with. So, really freaking cool. Let's see, what's this one? So here are 2 smaller Jasons. So here's one with him just standing with his arms crossed. And here's one with more of an action pose. And we're not done yet. We're still going. We're still going on this little thing. So here's another 3 pieces. So here are all the guys really bulked up together. So this one is very similar to the one we just opened, but this one has the coin on his chest and slightly different pose. So Red Ranger, Blue Ranger is Billy, and Black Ranger Zach. It almost looks like Cyborg's pose when he's using his arm blaster But yeah, so there's Zach. Awesome. So looks like we still have 2 more. I think 2. Yes, 2 more, and we're done. Or is it 2 or is it 3? 3 more, and we're done. So here is an original Mighty Morphin Red Ranger flip head. So these are the original morphing ones. So, is there a button that you pushed, or? Yep, okay. So, found it. So, it says Jason, and then you push on the belt, and he goes into being the Red Ranger. So, he's missing his gun, as usual, but really stinking cool. He is a little bit chewed up. The legs, definitely loose. Definitely loose on this one, so it would be a bitch to pose. But yeah, for someone who really wants this in their collection, it's really good still. How do you... Okay, that's the way it's supposed to go. I'm like, the screws aren't supposed to be on the back, or on the front rather. So there has to be a way. There we go. I got it now. Now the screws are facing the right way, but here we go. Really cool. Again, he's a little bit chewed up, but regardless, I don't know if there was a way to like put him back as Jason with just a button. I'm just doing it manually, but there's the Jason mold. So really cool. One more Ranger and then another little extra thing. So here's Cassie. Pink Space Ranger. Okay, so this was just a little thing that they had tied around her waist as the original price tag once upon a time. So let's just get this. She's probably been taking this to so many different things, just trying to get rid of them all. Here is Cassie. I'll probably keep this one for a little while at least. So here's Cassie, Space Ranger. It's just a very simple one. So the legs have 1 point of articulation, and so do the arms. So nothing spectacular, but something cool still. Head turn, so yeah, 5 points of articulation. Cool. And then last but not least, I did see this in the bag before, and I don't know what the hell it is. But it's from 1994. And it says it's from McDonald's. So I don't know if this came with these, maybe? I don't know, but it's a little collectible Power Ranger coin that's like all tie-dye. So I'll definitely be keeping this because it's cool. It's an official POG. It has the POG logo on there. So yeah, I guess it was a POG that came with the McDonald's toys. So that's cool. I'm going to keep the big bag to put all these in later until I can find a place on the shelf for them. But yeah, so oh man, that was a lot of power. A lot of Power Rangers. Okay, now on to the signatures. So, I got signatures from 3 different people. First off, we have Tom Cook. So, I actually got 2 from him. So, Brandy already knows this one's going to her. So, she wanted my Orko. I mentioned I had it for sale. She said she wanted it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to a convention soon. I'll get Tom Cook to sign it. So, there we go. So, I love how he puts, like, the catchphrases on there. So, on Orko, he says, watch this, ... and then signs it. So, that's kind of cute. And, Brandy, when you get this, I would hang on to it because he said that he had a bunch of pops off there already signed to sell himself. And he says he's actually been trying to find these, but this is now a $40 pop because it's welted. So yeah, not that easy to find anymore. So he doesn't have a lot of these. There's not a lot of the signed Orcos going around. So that's for her. And then this one's for me. So I've got my first signed HMBR. I may have my second one soon. Kevin Conroy is going to be at the Arkansas Comic Con early September. And I do have him in pop form signed. But it'd be kind of cool to get my HMBR signed as well. So I don't know. I haven't decided that one yet because also Kimberly's going to be there. Amy Jo Johnson's going to be there. Bulk and Skull are going to be there. Tara Strong's going to be there. I'm going to be doing a lot of signatures that day. But yes, anyway, here is my Scooby Tom Cook. So the rest of them are in protectors. This one's not, so I'm going to definitely be more careful with it. I'm going to try, might be able to just, yeah, there we go. I just stuck it right up there. So, yeah, that way it won't get scratched up. Nothing ever goes up there very often, so everything there should be fine. And then I also, oh, by the way, for anyone who's interested and wants to know for a future con, Tom Cook charges $30 per signature. So, this is Ted Lewis, who was the voice of Ryu Bakura. So, for those who don't know, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Bakura, with his Millennium Ring, had an evil spirit inside of it. So, the spirit is the Yami Bakura, the evil version of Bakura, kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing. But he voiced the good version. This is technically the evil version. I didn't care, and neither did anyone else, because there was a bunch of these skins signed. But yeah, so he signed it with gold there, which looks awesome. It's perfect for like the Egyptian theme of Yu-Gi-Oh! So really, really cool. So I do have Yami Merrick up here in the background, so I will be replacing that with this, because all the signatures go on the back. And then this one. So those two, Tom Cook and Ted Lewis, I got done first day. And then the second day, Mama J, this is going to be a hint, but I don't care. Mama J pulled the names for the swap. So we're all paired now. And I saw who I was with, and I'm like, okay. Someone has done work on various different cartoons, from the Muppets to the Ninja Turtles to anything. So I'm not giving too much away. The person I'm paired with enjoys something that this person's done. So I was like, let me go get a print, and I'll put it in my box, because I did pick up other things for the swap box. Obviously, I'm not showing them, but like, let me go get a print, and I'll put it in my box. So I did that, and on the table, Guy Kilcrest had a hot girl with Miss Piggy as hot girl drawn on the box. Oh my god. So, this is awesome. So, Guy Gilchrist, if you guys, here's the thing. If you guys, I'm not a huge Muppet fan, I'm not a huge Turtle fan. You know, a lot of the stuff that he's done, I'm not a huge, like, I appreciate it, but I'm not a huge, you know, fan of it. So, I didn't really bother going over to his booth the first day. God, am I glad that I went over the second day. Not just for this. He is an awesome dude to talk to. He is awesome. You can tell how passionate he is about the work he's done with Jim Henson. You can tell how passionate he is about, you know, just his job and his life in general. Like, he is so good to talk to. He's so funny. And, you know, he has no problem, you know, shaking your hand or swapping stories with you. I mean, he was a really cool dude. There was people gathered around his table just to hear him talk. In fact, even the other special guests, like Tom Cook and everyone, came over to talk to him. Like, it was really fun. But he had a bunch of these already done. So he actually went out and bought pops, signed them, and drew on them. And was there to sign. And this was $100 for the signature. I didn't care, or for the artwork, really. I didn't care. I had to. As soon as I saw the hot girl, I actually went back to my booth, and I told my mom about it. She's like, you need to go get it. And, because, you know, if you leave this place, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. And I'm like, I know. So, I did go back, and I got it. It's amazing. The only bad part is, I was going to put this in a different protector because the one he used is really janky. In fact, there's like a hole right here. But then he turned it around and he personally signed just the protector. So you can see Miss Piggy right here. It's got my name, and then it's got Guy Gilchrist going that way. But what I think I'm going to do is try to just cut this panel out of this protector and put it into a hard stack. That way I still have this, but it can be in a better protector, because this thing is janky as shit. Like, no offense to Guy Gilchrist, but the pop you used is janky as shit. Like, look, this flap isn't even tucked in. So that's gonna have to be dealt with. But oh my god, technically I have 3 of these breast cancer hot girls now, because when they first came out I pre-ordered one, so my camera can't go up or down anymore, unfortunately. But you can see it up there underneath the blue unicorn that Cherie made me. So, and right next to the Pikachu hot girl that Cherie made me. But I have that one. So I ordered one from Target. And I was like, I saw them in store then before the pop came in. I'm like, let me go ahead and grab this one because it's in good condition. Just in case the one I ordered is not in good condition. And sure enough, when she showed up, her box was beat to shit. So, took it out. It's out of box now. It lives on the hot girl shelf. In fact, it's right under, it's sitting right on top of my bombshell action figure that James got for me that has Aunt Lucia's scribbles on there. He does that too. He likes to sketch on the boxes. So thank you, James, for that. That's one of the gems of my collection right there. And now this one is too. So I have 2 things sketched, hot girl sketches done in my collection. And I'm very, very happy about it. But anyway, so I have the one I bought at Target, the one I bought at Target online. Now I have this one. I might get rid of that one at some point, replace it with this one. But regardless, this was such an awesome con. There was a lot of awesome people to talk to. It was really fun talking to people who came to my booth, who didn't know a lot about Funko. A lot of the kids were very interactive. It was really, really cute, really, really fun. I very much enjoyed it. I desperately want to do it again. Because again, it was just fun. It was just fun getting to talk to everyone. Seeing all the cosplays. It was really cool. It was really cool. And thank you to my mom, because, the con thing isn't her scene at all. But she does enjoy doing stuff with me, thankfully, and she's okay with helping out with this kind of stuff when I need her to. So thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. I honestly wouldn't have been able to do it as well without her, because I would have to stay at my booth all day, and it would only be up and going when at the very beginning of the day or the very end of the day. But yes, all these Power Rangers, holy crap. Most of these, again, I'm keeping. The rest of them are probably going to go in a lot to sell. But absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if there's any cons you're planning on going to for the remainder of the summer or even the beginning of fall. I know con season as a whole is almost over. Usually they're during the summer. But I do plan on going to Arkansas Comic Con, so there will be a haul for that one also soon. Also, let me know, did I do a video on this? I don't think I did. I don't think I did a video on this last time. I might do a video with this one this time to show you guys how I do it, because it's so easy and simple. But damn, is it fun. But anyway, that's where I'm going to end it here, guys. Again, let me know what you guys thought of everything. And like always, it's a community, not a competition. I'll see y'all later. Bye.